Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video about my top 7 foundations. Now, I've talked about what my skin is like before, and I have oily skin. And for the past couple of years, I have been on this hunt to find the perfect foundations that work really well with my oily skin. And it has just been in the past year or so that I have come across all of the products that I am going to talk about today. I have 7 different foundations. 6 of them are liquid foundations and 1 is a powder. And all of these foundations each work really well with my skin and make it not look like the oily and greasy mess that it is. So I wanted to share some of my knowledge with you guys in case you are also on the hunt for that perfect foundation as well. So let's get into it and see what my favorites are. The way that I'm going to talk about each of the foundations today is I'm going to start on the lighter end of the spectrum and work my way all the way up to a full coverage foundation. My first pick for a foundation comes from Dr. Jart, and this is the Black Label Detox Beauty Balm. This retails for about $36. I have the smaller version of it though, and this retails for $18, and you can buy this at Sephora. Now, this is a BB cream, meaning that it is a beauty balm, so it is on the lighter side of things. Some girls prefer to wear this as a foundation, which is what I like to do for myself. Other girls I know like to use it as a primer and put this on underneath their foundation. Typically, I use this on the days that I'm just running out really quick to do an errand, or on the days that I don't really want to do my makeup in the morning before I go to work. I just put this on and it just kind of helps to blend everything out and get away some of my blemishes and the redness that is on my face. This is, like I said, it's on the lighter side, the very, very light side, because when I put it on, I can still see some of the redness from my cheeks still, and I can still see my skin showing through. This has an SPF of 25 in it. It is also made with no parabens or sulfates, and this does only come in 1 universal shade. However, don't let that scare you, because it really does change and mix in with your skin, and it comes out with the perfect natural look that would look good on any skin tone. My second pick comes from Benefit, and this is the Big Easy, and this comes in 6 different shades, and it retails for $38. You can get it at Ulta or Sephora. The reason that I like this one so much is because it is a liquid to powder finish. And what's so nice about that is when you put it on as the liquid and you blend it all out, when you're done blending, it is just so velvety and soft and smooth on your face. And it's so lightweight that it feels like you don't have anything on your skin at all. I also like this one because it has an SPF of 35 and it is also oil free. Girls, if you have oily skin and you are looking for that perfect foundation, 2 things that you need to look for on the label are that it is either oil free or that it is non-comedogenic. Those are the 2 things you want to look for, because that means it will really help balance the oil in your skin, and it will help kind of leave you mattified and make sure that you aren't oily throughout the day. Coming in at number 3 is the Smashbox Camera Ready CC Cream, and I have this in the color light. This retails for $42 and it is in 8 different shades. Again, you can get this one from Ulta or Sephora, and this is a CC cream. Now, typically with CC creams, they talk about these skin benefits. This one specifically says it is dark spot correcting. I was using this for a pretty long period of time, a couple of months, and I did see a little bit improvement in my skin, but not a ton of it. So I wouldn't suggest buying this just to get the skincare benefits. To me, this is kind of more like a lighter foundation. And on the back here, it says that it helps to prime, perfect, protect, hydrate, and control oil in 1 step. And I really believe that it does all of those things. Again, just like with the Dr. Jart, you can use this underneath your skin or you can use it as a foundation. I typically like to use this as a foundation, and I feel that it is more on the lighter side, but you can definitely build it up to a medium coverage. I have a pick from the drugstore. This is the Ready Set Gorgeous Foundation from CoverGirl, and I have it in the number 110. This retails for about $9, and there are 11 different shades in it. I bought mine at Walgreens, but you can buy it at pretty much any Target or Walmart or drugstore in your area. A few months ago, I did do a first impressions video about this foundation, so I will put the link down below in the description box so you guys can get a more in-depth review of it. But just to let you guys know, what I love so much about this one is that it is obviously it's oil-free, so it works really well with my oily skin. But this was just a kind of more, it wasn't totally a light coverage foundation, but it was just in the middle of the light to medium, if that makes any sense. But I love that when I put this on, even though it was a foundation, my skin looked really natural. It didn't look like I had a lot of makeup on, and it was easy to blend, and it did last all day. This talks on the back here, it does say it lasts all day, and I really liked how it gave me that natural and flawless look all day long. Another pick that I have comes from Tarte, and this is the Full Coverage Amazonian Clay Airbrush Foundation. This retails for $36, and it has 11 different shades. Again, you can get this from Ulta or Sephora. And the reason that I like this so much is because it is a powder foundation. Now, I've used in the past Bare Minerals and other kinds from Bobbi Brown and other lines, but I never felt like they did anything for my oily skin. Typically, they would get cakey on my skin throughout the day and I would still remain oily, but I do not think that this one is like that at all. This says that it has a 12-hour wear. However, I don't feel that it does a 12-hour wear. I feel that after about 8 hours, it does kind of come off on my skin a little bit, but that's okay. I typically expect that with any foundation. I don't expect anything to really totally last all day long. All of the Tarte products are also made without parabens, so that's really great to hear that it is good for your skin. The reason this also works really well is because I bought the kabuki brush that goes with it. This kabuki brush is $26, and I think this is kind of the secret to really making this go really well on your skin. And because it is so flat and it's so soft and dense, that's what really helps to make it look like it is full coverage foundation on your face. If you girls out there have oily skin, I would really recommend picking up this product because it's just a really good product to keep in your makeup collection. I feel personally that I don't want to wear a liquid foundation every day. If my skin is breaking out or it's in the winter and it's really dry, I typically turn to this and use this instead. And even though it is a powder, it does not feel heavy on your face. It feels like you're really wearing nothing at all. I have two foundations left, and both of these are on the more medium to full coverage size. This one comes from Jouer, and it is the Matte Moisture Tint. I have it in the color Linen, and this retails for $38, and it comes in 5 different shades. This one has an SPF of 15, and it is also oil-free. I say that this is on the more medium side of things because when you pump it out, it comes out more of like a mousse texture, but it's kind of a thicker mousse. It's sort of hard to describe, but I feel when I put it on my face, it really evens out to a medium coverage to a buildable full coverage foundation. And even though it does say that it is that moisture tint, insinuating that it's kind of more of a tinted moisturizer, I feel that it's not a tinted moisturizer. It is more like a foundation. This is also non-comedogenic, and I just love it because it is lightweight on my face and it is very mattifying. I don't wear this on an everyday basis. If I need kind of a more full coverage, more flawless look, this is the foundation that I turn to. My last pick for foundation comes from IT Cosmetics. This is the Your Skin But Better CC Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. This comes in 5 different shades and it retails for $38. I bought mine at Ulta, but you can also buy it from IT Cosmetics as well as QVC. And do not let the CC cream part of this fool you. It is definitely a full coverage foundation. This is what I turn to when I need my face to look flawless or I'm having just a bad skin day and I really need to cover up everything. This is the foundation that I will put on my face. This also comes in a very generous size tube. I will say it's not like one of those other tubes that's kind of small. This is a lot of product. This is again a CC cream, so it talks about having those skin benefits. I do not wear this on an everyday basis, so I can't speak to if it has any of those skincare benefits, but just as a full coverage foundation for if you have oily skin, I would recommend you pick this up and make sure it's in your makeup collection. Now those are all of my picks for my foundation. However, with all of these foundations, I do put a powder on top of them, and my holy grail, absolute, cannot live without powder for over my foundation, is the Professional Agent Zero Shine from Benefit. This retails for $30, and since I have had this, I have noticed a huge difference with the foundations that I have worn. This is a great all-in-one product because at the top here you can just unscrew it, and then you can put your product in the cap right there. You just take this bottom part off and you have your kabuki brush. All you need to do then is swirl it in there, tap it off, and then you can put it all over your face. I like this one as well because it does kind of have a skin tint to it. It's kind of got that nude color, and I feel that when I put this over my skin, it doesn't matter if it's a light foundation or it's a full coverage foundation. This just really helps to even out everything on my face and create a flawless natural look. So those are all of my picks for my foundations, and also what I think you should put over the top of your foundation if you have oily skin. Let me know down in the comments section below if any of you guys have oily skin and you have any holy grail products out there that help to mattify your skin and keep the oiliness at bay throughout the day. Let me know down below because I would definitely love to check them out. Don't forget, guys, to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My screen name there is Mrs. B Rich 26. Also check out my blog, ifyougivagirlaring.com. I post there throughout the week and would love for you guys to check that out. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!